Serenity Solutions podcast number 35. It is an amazing, sunny, warm day in Victoria, BC. I've already been for my nice hike, worked out, done my reels, done my work, done so many things. I've been up since 3, so I can get a lot done. And I'm outside, and it's so calming out here right now. There's a bit of a breeze, and so I chose to use a calming music theme today, and it's actually called "I Will Be There," and I chose that one for a reason. And I felt my father's presence really strong lately. And if you listen to the other podcasts, he's in heaven, and he's still guiding me all the time. But I'm going to do my podcast on the Let Them theory today, and I'm on I finished chapter 8 just now, almost chapter 9, so I think it's the second half of the book by the looks of it, and I'm loving it so far. Yeah, it looks about halfway through. And it's talking about dealing with other people's difficult emotions and then allowing yourself to let them, and then let you, let me, she says. And, she just gave the example about, a wedding getting canceled and how, what is, the bride's parents gonna think, and what is she gonna think, and oh no, I'm gonna break her heart, and all these things. But if they got married, they weren't gonna be happy together, then it's probably a good thing to call it off before, you say the vows and everything. So, just how much people, even just reading that or listening to a podcast that's talking about that, people tend to get emotional because it would be a big deal if that happened to you, right? And you can kind of put yourself in their shoes, and be empathetic. And so there are difficult decisions we need to make in life, and sometimes, it isn't going to be the best for others, but it might be the best thing for you, and that's what's important. So I'm just going to turn this up a little bit here, because I don't know if that's catching my voice enough. So I love this book because I'm a counselor, and the other night when I was out, I was talking to this man, and he wondered, I ended up telling him I'm a counselor, and wondered, how can you have anxious thoughts or be worried about something when you're a counselor? It's well, we take on everybody else's stuff. How are we not supposed to, how are we supposed to avoid? Yes, we do have our own emotions, and we do process emotions all the time, and we do have to get rid of other people's stuff all the time. So he was surprised that I let some things worry me, but yeah, if you're a counselor, right? But we do have to receive our own counseling so that we get rid of those thoughts and worries and stuff, so that we're there for you when you come to see us. And people don't know that, but he also said, so you talk all day? And I said, no, I listen all day. I talk when I'm with my friends and maybe out, because I don't, as a job, I'm usually listening. And that's another misconception. People think counselors just talk and give advice, but we actually need to listen, and usually the client figures out what they want while we're listening to them. And we kind of guide them, and there's a whole bunch of different types of therapy, but yeah, we don't talk all day. So anyways, it's funny. It's funny talking to people and learning what people think and different perspectives and stuff. I find that all interesting, but I really like how the Let Them theory, I talked last time about family and how they're the worst to deal with when it comes to letting them, because you're, the closest people usually to to yourself. And so it's really hard to just let them when you have these opinions and you have known them for so long and you feel comfortable saying whatever you want, basically. And then maybe you have close friends and relationships and stuff that feel like family that might also happen. But this chapter, this most recent chapter, is talking about that you have to do the best thing for yourself, whether it really hurts other people. And also she's talking about how to really feel feelings. Like, I was talking to that guy and I was like, I do need to feel feelings, and then I let them go. And so, yes, that's important, to be able to feel your feelings and then let them go. And we're in a new moon, the black moon, which is rare. And we're supposed to be setting our intentions and letting things go. So that makes sense. It's also Virgo. It's a moon that's in Virgo, which is an organized sign. As we approach this chaotic season of back to school, back to work, back to routine. It's kind of like a New Year's kind of thing. Everybody starts being a little healthier and to get more organized and structured and more into routine again. So anyways, I just wanted to, I don't know how long I'm going to be today, but the wedding thing, so they talked about, oh, everybody's going to end up forgiving. Maybe the father of the bride might take a few months, but like, you got to think of what's good for you in that situation. Like, it was the groom that had written into Mel Robbins and was worried about the calling it off, even though he knew that he wasn't into it and didn't want to do it anymore. So you can imagine that would be tough, and those are the times where we are going to get emotionally charged, and we do need to make the best decisions for ourselves, and they're usually going to pay off and create probably a better life for you. So, yeah, that's the focus today. And then I just wanted to read a quote, actually the solution. So that she talks about a problem, truth, and then a solution. And I like the solution part because I really like solution-focused therapy, and solution-focused things in life, just like the more positive sides of things. But I also do, feel my feelings and then let them go kind of thing. Like, really feel them and then let them go. Anyways, I'm going to read this quote from her book. So it says, using the let them theory, you can stay in control even when an adult is acting like a child and having an emotional outburst. Make the right decisions for you, even if they make other people upset. You maintain your power when you stop taking on the burden of others' emotions and act in a way that aligns with your values. When you say let them, you give others the space to experience their emotions without making it your responsibility to manage or fix them. When you say let me, you find the courage to make the right decisions for you, even if it will feel wrong to others. It's time to grow up and act like a mature adult. So that's a nice segue into the next chapter, which is about overcoming chronic comparison, which will be interesting. I haven't read that yet, but it'll be interesting. So yeah, it's tough being a counselor because we're always listening to other people's emotions and taking it on, and we need to get rid of those, right? Like, I don't know why people think that we just sit there and talk all day, but anyways, it is a huge part of the Masters of Counseling program that I took is self-care, and not just bubble baths, but getting counseling yourself and getting rid of those feelings, emotions, stress, all the things, so that you can be there for others, because it's pretty impossible to be there for others all the time and then have your own things come up. It's tough when that happens. You can we're not machines. We can't be like, just push the button and that thing goes down and out. It's like we have to we have to process things too. And we have to process other people's emotions and then our own on top. So it really can get overwhelming and you have to be careful. But anyways, I'm going to finish off with the stress less cards. So I've done these before in my podcast. I'm going to do a few of them, just randomly shuffle them. And it'll likely be something I need today, but also something you need if you're listening. And then I'm going to quickly do a numerology reading to see what the collective needs that's listening and what I need right now and what's going on. So I'm just shuffling the cards. So stressless cards. Write little positivity notes to yourself and leave them around your home where you'll see them. Cool. So I've done that before where I put like something on my mirror to motivate me or just like to be grateful, to remind myself to be grateful, because that always helps people be happy and grateful. All right. Calm too. All right. If things get overwhelming, give yourself permission to leave the situation, take a breather, and come back to it later. So that's a good one. I was also just reading about how, it's good to like walk away and kind of get settled down before you react. Because if you react, you might be reacting like the 8-year-old or the 5-year-old that they talk about in this book. Okay, number 3. Put together a playlist of songs that make you feel happy and alive. Cool. I do listen to music a lot, and it helps with a lot of things. I haven't made my own playlist for a while, though. So maybe I should do that. Happy and alive. Okay. Those are the stressless cards, and I'm just going to get ready to do the numerology pull. So this pull is very random. I do it like in the moment. It's the numerology cards from Michelle Buchanan. And let's get the guidance card thing out. Let's see. I'm going to shuffle them. Last time I got number 7, which is my favorite number, and my dad's hockey number, and it was so meaningful. So I'm going to shuffle them out. Like, what do we need to know? What is going on? What should we be doing right now? What do we need to focus on? And then I'm going to choose kind of in the middle today. Moderation. Okay, that's interesting. Number 14, which is 7 times 2. Let's see. Moderation. Bringing back to the beginning when I mentioned my dad, he's always guiding me and helping me, and he's probably trying to tell me something here. So, moderation. This card indicates a need to exercise restraint and self-control in every area of your life. Perhaps you are overeating, drinking too much alcohol, smoking, over-medicating, or taking drugs. Overspending, exercising excessively, consuming too much sugar or coffee, gambling, or otherwise overindulging or engaging in obsessive or aggressive behavior. If so, this card serves as a gentle and loving reminder that behaviors such as these can delay the manifestation of your dreams. This card also indicates a need to balance your desire for freedom and adventure with your responsibilities, because by honoring your commitments, you will prevent the buildup of karmic debt. By choosing to live as your higher self rather than giving in to your lower tendencies, you align with Source and the intentions of your soul. Everybody has a shadow side that needs to be acknowledged, embraced, and loved. But when you learn to rise above it, you can make your dreams come true. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to exercise temperance and moderation. Have the courage to seek professional or divine assistance if needed. You don't have to go it alone. You can call upon your heavenly helpers for inner strength and courage. And the affirmation is, with temperance and moderation, I create balance in my life. So that's a pretty cool card, and it's green, which is a color that it's like it's golf course green, which is my dad's favorite color too. But I really feel that message is from him again, and actually received a visit the other night from him, so it's pretty cool. So I am gonna go now, but I hope that helps somebody out there that's listening today, and maybe it helps you reflect on things, or brings up an idea for you to work on, or whatever. I love helping people, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So have an amazing weekend, and stay calm, cool, serene, and collected. See you next time.